there, Internet. I got struck by a little bit of Beatlemania, if you could see. I don't know. Yeah. Wanted to make a video, try to make myself feel better, so I'm gonna ramble about a couple of books that I read kind of recently. Will you all watch? And maybe even enjoy yourself a little bit. So, start with the first one. Hope is the Last to Die. Coming of age under Nazi terror. It's actual biography of a woman, and yeah, I was bored by it. I get that Nazis are bad and all of that, but anybody who has a basic knowledge of World War II history knows all of this. All of this book just happens to be this woman's experience with everything that I had known about before, and maybe you guys had too. I don't know. I'm a history buff, so yeah. I respect the woman for living through all of this and all of the death and sorrow that she's been through. That really does suck. But whoever wrote this has no idea how to get an emotional response from people. It was just boring. I don't know, I read the entire thing, except the epilogue, but she comes out and says in the foreword that everybody's dead by the time she's gotten out of the concentration camps. So, I get that really happened, but on the other hand, I liked some of these people. It would have been a lot worse for me if they were not told that they were dead to begin with. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And the other book that I read kind of recently, well, I've read a lot of books recently, but the other book was Requiem for a Woman's Soul. Real short book. It's another historical book. It's about a woman in Latin America, they never really specify where, who is arrested and tortured by the government because she's associated with the boyfriend of a communist, and they think they know where they think that she knows where the woman is, and about a priest who has learned about all of this after the fact. This is historical fiction. It's very good. I recommend this to anybody, but you should probably have a very, very strong stomach to even think about reading this. They get into very graphic detail with all of the torture. There's a part in the book where there's a rat, a tin can, and a lighter. You can use your imagination. I don't want to go into any more detail than that. Yeah. This book is graphic. It's a very good book. Would I ever read it again? Probably not. If you can find this anywhere, read it though. It's well worth the experience. Whereas Nazis and all of that are done to death, you don't hear all that much about Latin America. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. And, oh wow, There's another book I have sitting on here that I've read for the same purpose, and it was okay. Bookseller of Kabul. It's, as the description says, I don't know, I don't remember a whole lot about this one. The most intimate description of an Afghan household ever produced by a Western journalist. And I don't remember much about it, but I remember what this was. This was a woman who wrote a story based on the research that she did living in Afghanistan in a decently well-off household in Kabul for about a year. She lived like they lived as they slowly accepted her into the household. And it was pretty good. It was insight into women's culture in the Middle East. Again, that's not something terribly widely published, but it was decent. It's not as disturbing or graphic as Requiem or Hope, for that matter, but this was a decent book. Yeah, I really respect the woman for risking her life and doing this, and they actually, I think, the author has a has an arrest warrant on her in Afghanistan for doing this, and the household's the big head of the household, I can't remember I think they call him Sultan. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but this was the one I read the longest ago. It just happened to also be sitting on my desk. Yeah. So, they claimed defamation of character. So, yeah, it was pretty good. Go ahead and read at least the second two that I recommended. If you do like Nazi stuff about the Jews during the Holocaust and things like that, and not like me who thinks they've been just done to death and all of that, even though I know it was a terrible, terrible thing, the Holocaust. But, yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe actually do a scripted video sometime in the future. I don't know. Again, I just did this so that I try to feel better. Have a good one, you all. Signing off.